Hey, how are you, Discipline? Hi, guys. How are y'all doing? I'm the first, let's go. Yeah, you are. Abby, how are you? Jacob, hello. How are you? How are y'all doing? How was your day, guys? How was your day? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope y'all had an amazing day. Hope y'all had an amazing day. My day was good. There are many stuff that I didn't understand that was going on. I was just like, I just adapt to it. Don't stress over it and, just go about it like that. Like these days, it gets really, really confusing and, whatever. I'm like, what, whatever. You like the outfit? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, I will try to do a long stream today. So let's go for it. That is why I'm starting now. Thank you so much, guys, for the compliment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Canada. Isaac, how are you? You miss me? Really? What? Was I coming like streaming too late, kind of? How is everything, Isaac? Hey, Jefferson. Today I came early, so y'all won't have nothing to say about me. Hello, Kelvin. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the royalty pound. Here's only royalties. Only royalties allowed. I'm going to join back in an hour. I'm glad I was first, though. Be right back. Okay, bro. Thank you so much, Rillian. How are you doing, Rillian? You showing I'm asleep. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I tried to come on early, but I always have things going on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rillian. Thank you, my Alan. And I gotta wake up 4 a.m. to go to school. And when you stream is 4 a.m. over here. Oh, okay. I see. Thank you so much for the hair compliments, guys. I'm doing great. Amazing. Highly favored. My Ellen, you're so funny. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you guys for liking the stream. And thank you for everybody that is subscribing. Welcome to everybody that is new here. How is everybody feeling these days with everything going on? How are you guys feeling? Waking up at 4 a.m. is brutal. I know. I remember those old days when I had to wake up that early. Damn. Hello, Paige. Paige, how are you? Paige, now you just changed pictures, huh? No, I didn't redo my nails. I didn't feel like doing my nails. How is everything? How is the news? How are you guys coping with the news? I'm great. I'm great. Highly favored, blessed. Can't complain about none. What is that? Boarding school time. What do you mean? Merlian, what do you mean? Now it's not more in just iron. It's starting to spread. Your eyes are watery, lol. Yeah, 'cause I just woke up. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, guys. So, we're going to talk a little bit about like what is going on. So just to know how everybody feels about what is going on. So yeah. Like white chocolate. Yeah, white chocolate is good actually. No, I wasn't in boarding school. I was in normal school, but I used to be in like the music program, right? And we had an orchestra, right? And I was in the orchestra and I was head chair from the instruments that I used to play. And we had competitions and all of that, and it was fun. It was fun, all of that. So I had no choice then to go on to go to school early and go and practice. And I would actually walk. I would actually walk to school. At 4 a.m. I wake up, I get dressed, I get my stuff together, and then by 4:30 I'm out of the house, and by 5, 10, 15 I'm at school. And they open the doors like 5:30, something like that, so I would walk slower. Hi Tony, how are you? Where are you from? I'm from Canada. Can I sing for y'all? I have no inspiration and I have a shower voice, guys. In my shower, my voice sounds great. But on real time, questions. Yeah. Where are you guys watching me from, guys? Where are y'all watching me from? I don't know. How are you guys feeling about the news? Okay, I'm going to change the question. Washington? Oh, so you're watching me from the States. Okay. Nice to meet you, Lami. That happened when? Hi, cutie pie. When did that happen? Damn. Damn. What are the kids of today eating? What is going on? It's actually insane. What are the kids today eating? Good night topic. Is it in the sense that you're going to stay for the topic or are you leaving? No, this generation is literally wilding. And it's very scary. you have like 10 and 12 years old talking about making money, and they need to be rich real quick. And then you got parents acting like kids and grandparents acting like babies. Yo, it's wild. Hi, Walking. How are you? Girl, that cookie. Thank you. It's not because he's adopted or something that he should have crazy behaviors. That is an excuse. What do you mean, what is this topic? I'm just asking people how they feel about the wars going on. Just asking. Guys, it's insane being on 2 hours in advance to my time. What did I ask the question in the wrong way? Because nobody's voting on the poll. Is it like very confusing, disturbing? But I would say we shouldn't mistreat an adopted child. Like when you get an adopted child, you know what you're signing for, kind of. So it's like, you need to treat them like your kid, and they need to be filled, loved, and stuff like that. And also, most of the time, parents like really ignore kids nowadays, so they don't know what is going on with them. So it's very sad. Okay, hey Justice, how are you? Hello, sweethearts. It was too small, you couldn't click on it? Okay. I'm smiling. It's just like I was writing something. Yeah, I would redo that poll later on. I'm just going to try to get people in. I'm great, doing great, Maha. I'm great, Moho. Who said yes? Whoa, that is wild. I'm great, thanks. Yeah, let's talk about it. Since we're already talking about it, let's talk about it. Don't mind, Brilliant. Don't mind. Those type of people need attention that I won't give them. Who said yes? I'm very curious. Like, why would you say yes to that? That is why, like, people do a lot of social experiments with like crazy type of questions to see how people react to it, and it's actually insane, right? Hey, Drew, the hey, the mentalista. Exactly. And the orphanage are horrible. Orphanages, they go is literally they go through hell. They're switching. Who did you see at Walmart? What do you mean? There's no wrong or right answer. So it's not wrong to mistreat an adopted child, right? That's what you're saying, or am I mistaken? I don't even think that the right question before answering one. No, what is Ruptopia experience? What is that? Thank you, Maha. Exactly. Orphanage, I don't know which type of crazy individuals they put there to do that type of job. I feel like they really do not want to be there. And from all the grudges that they ever had, they put it on those orphan, right? Exactly. I had this I had this one friend. He was going from foster care to foster care. It was insane. He came on vacation with his family because like that family always take him back. But the thing is like all the time he's always from foster to foster, foster to foster. And it's building and like what I would see out of him, he was building this type of he's a very sweet guy, right? But the foster care was like building this type of crazy criminal more and more with time. And I'm like, what is the point of all this? Mm. I don't want to mention him too much about. I don't want to talk too much about him in precisely, but I wanted to talk about, things in general. I'm talking to you, Simangal. What did I eat today? I forgot. I think I ate like the sandwich. Yeah, I did myself a sandwich. Actually, a tortillas, and I put some things inside. Hey, Heaven, how are you? Oh. And what do they do to the rats? I think we learned that in high school, right? That is insane. That is really, really insane. And that is the repercussion that I see with like the people, the native that are Canadian native on that land. I see them, most of them are really messed up mentally. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is everything on your side, Kevin? How is everything on your side, Kevin? How is everything on your side? Guys, thank you so much for everybody that is liking the stream. Thank you for everybody that is subscribing. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, you told me about the fact that you work a lot these days. And it's very good. You need to get the bag, right? They won't get a cell of my melanin. And it's actually crazy because last time I fell on this video, that would say that before we were their lab rats, because they would examine us to see how we work, how our melanin works, how what our melanin could do, and all that. And I was like, damn. And actually, also I fell on a thing called Squid Game. Actually, Squid Game is actually a thing in real life, actually. And I was like confused. And they used to do Squid Game with black people. They would have fun hunting us. And learning that Christmas is a deviation of Squid Game, yeah, it's weird. It's very, very weird. I've been good. You said you've been good, okay? Thank you so much, Isaac. Yeah, Squid Game is actually real. From what I heard, I have no proof. YouTube, don't come at me. I'm not sure, just rumors. Um, you know, I believe the colonizers, they have it in their womb, they have it in their blood. But when I look at the ancient civilizations, right, and I see the functioning, the process of everything, they wouldn't do something like that. Yeah, those were religious that would like worship their gods and all that. Yeah, they could do like sacrifices and all that. But going that deep in that cruel, I'm not saying that sacrificing somebody is a small thing. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like the things that they're able to do. Hi, Addison. Mm. Okay. You learned it from the Black Asian American Studies. Okay. Justin, and how is everyone doing? Amazing, Dimitrix. How about you? Hello, Delaware. For instance, what if they adopt the child because they come with money? They wouldn't care because all they wanted was the money. I know, but the moral of my question is like, is it, even if it's with money that the child comes with, right? Is it moral to like mistreat a child? Because no matter how much You need money. No matter how much you want money, it's not okay to mistreat a child because a child still stays a child. Even though they have no legal owners, but you know, they're human beings too. Mm, exactly. Exactly. No kid should be mistreated. But I mentioned like the adopted kids because like I don't know, people like feel like they're not sensitive to adopted kids enough. That's to me, that's what I feel like. People are not sensitive to the adopted kids enough. They care more about the uh personal kid. Like obviously like people are going to find a mom mistreating her own child wild, but why is it like literally okay for her to mistreat a kid that is not hers? It's insane. Because I see a lot of people being like, oh, but anyways, yeah, adopted kids like this. Because like during like when I watch movies and when I watch all that, like the movies and all what I watch try to normalize like you know adopted kids torture, adopted kids negligence and all that. Oh no, it's just because you're adopted, and they try to make a joke and adopted kids bullying and all that, and I'm like, no, it's not okay. It's just not okay. I know. I know, and it's sad. Yeah, it's never easy. It's never easy growing up. It's really never easy. When you go through those hard times, Dimitri, it's never easy, but you got this. Mm, not getting you. Best tax. According to history, what I get to understand is that humans are from chimpanzees. I don't believe in that chimpanzee thing. That is just a stupid theory to like try to fool humanity and distract us from the truth. Yeah, being adopted is not a bad thing, but you know, it's not for a reason that the adoptive parents should mistreat their kids. Yeah, the adopted kids needs to hide their flaws because if they want to get adopted, and what is insane is that adopted kids have to hide their flaws, hide everything because they're adopted, and it's for them. It's like a prize for them to get adopted. They have to behave for them to be valid enough to be adopted, and I'm like, what? And me, those are the parents that I judge. I don't judge them, but like Those are the parents that I'm like, it's not okay, right? Like, what is that? Why did you adopt a kid? For the kid to feel like a prize? They should be grateful forever if that nobody would want them. Like, what do you have in your heads? What is going on in your brain cells? Mm. It's not every parent that is made to be parents too. Yeah, that is the effect of going through a lot of trauma. You want to give love to people. You don't want them. You don't want to pass it. And for people that go through trauma and then they redo the trauma back to other kids, I feel like that is part of their genes and their real personality. Because normally somebody who goes through a rough time won't want, like a normal person, guys. A normal person that went through a hard time don't want it to perpetuate. So they're going to make everything in their power for it not to happen again. Exactly. It's sad. It's very sad, Tolkien. Very, very sad. Thank you. We are not related to chimpanzees at all. At all. They are similar to humans, but we're not related at all to them. They tell you that because they don't want you to get to the higher level of your brain. They don't want you to start thinking for yourself. They don't want you to evolve. And they want you to stay at the low minimum and think that you're just a basic animal. But they don't want you to get and grasp your full humanity. Yeah, they have to hide their pain because, they have no choice. And those parents that are like, oh, I'm adopting you, they don't really love them. They just need to prove that they're good people towards other people. The definition or the linguistic meaning of what? Simon Gal. Yeah, they materialize them, exactly. I think that they were trying to fool us and they used the best person ever to fool humanity ever. And for people to actually think that it's actually a thing, us being chimpanzees or monkeys or whatsoever, it's just to make us feel stupid. That is a way to insult us, but in a polite way, right? Hi, Honor. My wife from Canada. Yes, I'm very single, Ron. We're talking about adoptive kids and we're mixing kind of other subjects about humans being monkeys and me telling them that that is not true. I'm going to go a little bit around. I'm going to go. Let me change a little bit setups to stay a little bit awake. Because it is insane how tired I feel when I just came out of what time did I fall asleep? 6 hour nap? Yeah, I slept for 6 hours. So I'm confused. Why am I still sleepy? What is going on? Why am I still sleepy? I know you guys don't care about the setup, so. But it looks nice in the back. But yeah. Okay. But humans is so humans are different from God. Yes, my God. That's the thing. They don't want us to know that we're spiritual beings. They don't want us to know that we're higher than what they want us to think. Because actually, if humans were aware of who they really are, if they were aware of who they really are and what they're capable of, they wouldn't have control on us. They invented all the history they taught us about. They invented all the things they taught us about to be able to maintain the control on humankind. Because if not, how are they going to get rich? How are they going to control us? It's going to be harder. So it's easier to raise kids by telling them you need to go to school. And when you go to school, they get the way to like put whatever they want in our heads. School is the best way to control a society or to control a set of people. You know that slavery has always existed, but the torture type of slavery that we see and we saw throughout history, this is wild. Because normally you're not supposed to torture slaves like that. Six hours? Yeah, but I'm actually annoyed because like the way I fell asleep just annoyed me. It wasn't in my plans, but whatever. I have to deal with it. Hi, shadows. No, I don't want to hook up, Ron. Oh, the McDonald's. That was the funniest clip ever. Like how everybody was trying to mimic the McDonald's CEO. But I saw a video today saying that he was arrested for faking the commercial and all that. And people can actually see that he never ate a burger of his life. And he actually hates it and he's trying to sell it to people. And like the McDonald's company like is really upset about him. That how could he do something like that? Because it's very shameful, right? It was funny though. And people were like, why would he call McDonald's a product? He kept calling it a product, a product, a product. And he says like they tested it on humans. They tested it on humans. Product. He's going to eat it for his lunch. And he did us squid what is his name? In SpongeBob, what is the squid's name? Is it Squidward or what is his name? He did us that little disgusting bite. We didn't even see him chewing and swallowing the burger. I don't know where he threw the burger at, but you know. Yo, birthday girl. Did you enjoy yourself? Yeah, it was good. I can't complain. There are better days to come. I'm great, James. How about you? You're seeing me, Ron. Bible says each is made according to their kind. So my idea is you can take a wolf from a dog, but you can never go far enough for there to be a link between cat and dog. Very right. Thank you. The trick. Put bees in a place of abundance of food. They get bigger, but they won't turn into birds. That's true. Hello, Antoine. You can't believe I'm on earlier? Even myself, I cannot believe that I'm on earlier. And I'm already struggling with sleep, and I'm like, I just woke up from a 6-hour nap, and I'm still struggling with sleep. Sleep. So like the dinosaurs to the birds, I don't believe it. What can you believe from scientists? I told you that they lie about most of the things to make us dumber and to be able to control us. You need to ask the Holy Spirit for most of the questions. He's going to give you the proper answer. And the logic is BS. We know that. He didn't even want to eat the food. He knows it's a laboratory. He knows a lot about the products, right? And I don't know why, but I feel like it's God that wanted people to wake up, right? Because they always put like those influencers that don't care about what they're eating because they need money, right? So they would put like those huge influencers in front of those type of, since he calls it products, those type of products. So yeah, they always put those influencers, and influencers, they eat all and everything, and they see free food, they get lots of money, you know. But since they didn't feel like paying an influencer, they put a CEO. They should start putting all the CEO to eat what they're selling to us. I want to see that. All the CEO eating what they're selling to us. I want more of that. You're so sweet. Thank you, Ron. What do you want, the trick? What do you want? Squidward. Yeah, the Squidward bite. He did us a Squidward bite. And I'm like, are you for real? Like, don't you think we can see you? It's like, oh, holy cow. This is a huge burger. I'm going to eat it for lunch, though. Yeah, I will eat it for lunch. Oh, I don't even know where to start. It is so huge. Oh, yeah, this product. This product. Did you hear him call him this? The only time he said the name of the burger. He never said this. I'm going to eat this burger. I'm going to eat this delicious burger. No. I'm going to eat this product. this product. They cannot even lie to us. I want all the CEO tasting all the fast foods. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. Yo. Yeah. Juicy burger juice. Yeah. Very juicy. Go and rest, Queen. You sound exhausted. Yeah, but I have no choice. Not insomnia, isn't it? Scarface, I'm going to fight you, okay? I will fight you. Damn, this early. Yeah, hi, Kate. Yes, I'm early. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and yeah, but you know what I noticed in our DNA, like for me, I'm going to talk for Africans, and also like for the American Black community, I noticed that it's a normal thing for us to be nice. It's just a normal thing for us to be nice. Even the meanest people, you're going to ask them like, what is going on? And they're going to tell you, I got mean because of this. I got mean. But for them, they just felt like it. They got that urge that made them want to. And they take like our stories to mix it into theirs and to make them. I know a lot of people that, for example, I grew up with like a lot of Quebecois people, right? And they would go through crazy situations, right? When they were younger, they were abused and all that. And they're the nicest people ever. And when I see that, I'm like, those people that want us to buy their story like the Joker, like, who are you fooling? Look, for example, Jeffrey Dahmer's story. He was playing with on a live animal as a kid, but his dad and stepmom saw that. But the dad was more concerned about cheating on his wife and getting divorced than his kid's state of mind. Hello? You can see that the problems don't come from the kids. It comes from, you know? You know what, Sylvie? I don't think people can handle being spiteful, It's scary. Once you actually experience it, you got to really have faith that you'll be alright. That is true. On that one, you're right about it. Thank you, Kate, for the modding. Hello, my sweetheart. How are you doing today, my sweetheart? So much sweet. Thank you, Dawn Michelle. As a mother, explain about your breastfeeding journey and also mention the challenges you face during that period. What is the connection, chromatic Shama? What is the connection with mistreating adopted kids? Anyways, Queen, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, The Matrix. Take care. Hope you have fun. Thank you, Angel. Must I forgive and forget my enemies for them to come back and assault my family and friends? Hell no. Well, I would say you have to forgive your friends and your enemies, but you should now take it in account that you need to be more wiser, you need to be more careful, And you know, for example, if you know that sitting on this chair it makes you hurt, going to sit back on the chair, you're going to hurt again. So next time, you know that this chair hurts, so you get a new one. Instead of breaking that chair, you can sell the chair, you can give it to somebody else, but you know it's a chair that hurts. So you don't want to sell it, right? You want to get a new one. And actually, yeah, he was so awkward. I was watching him, like, I was like, are you getting tortured, sir? Are you in danger? If you're in danger, like, tell us, like, blink twice. Him forcing himself to eat the product. The product. Do you prefer silver or gold for jewelries? I don't know. Gold is like, to me, you cannot put gold every time and everywhere. So it's better like silver can go everywhere when everything in any type of event, like small event to big event. I saw Bill Gates are losing a lot of money because his project lab process meat is being rejected. Yeah, but that is just a phase. He's getting more money somewhere else. So yeah, to him it's a little deal, right? Mm. Hi, Francisco. This gen, yeah, this gen is getting crazy. We thought that the wall was greater than the walls of China. Ah, the wall of Benin. I was trying to figure it out. Yeah, actually, the wall of Benin was created before the wall of China. We created that. Like, the wall of Benin was like the first actually real civilization that actually ever existed. But they flipped the stories, right? To make them look better. It was good seeing you in earlier. I'm going to go lay down and have a great night, Sylvie. Okay, guys, have a great night. So, seeing me earlier, you guys are already fed up of me. That's why y'all are running. Witchcraft of Benin. What about it? But I don't know why people talk about the witchcraft in Africa, but we don't talk about the witchcraft going on here. Because, like, you know what is funny? Is that people think that Africans are the biggest in witchcraft, but actually they cannot see that we are already in that system, but it's modernized. My day was great, Ethan, Louis. How about you? Okay, this guy, I'm going to have him out. I don't know what the hell he's doing with my face or my lips, but no, I'm just teasing you, Justice. You guys have the right to do something else. I just came on earlier because I wanted to try to do a longer stream, because I'm trying to get those watching hours and all that. You know, so why not work for it? Yeah, okay. Witchcraft, that's like a gun. Is because like people always see for others but they never see what is in front of them. And the thing is like they do not understand that those people that are even higher in witchcraft is just like the people that are ruling the world right now. They told us right into our faces the type of God they worship and what they're ready to do. So to me, I'm like, Anyways, what do you guys feel like continue talking about? You're talking about my red dress? You like it? Oh, I'm talking about my dress. Even the yin and yang thing, I don't believe in that, but yeah. We adapt to the new ways of thinking and all that for everybody, but I don't believe in the yin and yang. I always believe that good has always dominated and always ruled, but the evil created itself. The evil was born, right? Because to me, I believe in a world that there can be people living without no bad or whatsoever. And I think like the world was adapted due to what happened. Because let me like my example, for example, okay, Solgan. Look at this. This is my theory, okay? For example, there was humans, right? Humans were created before humans was angels and all that. And they always have free will. And there's this man that come and think like people that never thought of like that and actually brings like bad things and all that. And from the bad way of thinking, there's some people that deep down wants to nourish and feed and they were just looking for the opportunity or the excuse to do that, right? And then they feed into that. Now they come into a world down here and the humans are born and they're innocent, right? And then they get to be too curious and then they discover it because they didn't know who they were and all that. And we come back in a world where, you know, the basic line of creation is straight. But those rebels decide to create their own. That's how they create like crazy type of species that is really unnatural with like giants and all that. No. And I'm like, when you look at all that pattern, that means you have freedom of will. You have freedom of will. You could do whatever you want, right? But the thing is that when somebody is naturally bad, they're going to choose always the bad one. For example, people, if you give them the choice to have 24 hours and they can do whatever madness they want, there's always about stealing and lost. Stealing and lost. Stealing. It's always the same things. And I find that it's sad, actually. It's very, very sad. 24 hours to do what crazy you think you want. You could go and build things. You can go and help people. You can go and feed this. You can. No. It's always about the worst thing. They never choose good. It's sad. Okay. Thank you, Kay. How are you? I didn't get that. What do you mean, Semengal? Good night, Justice. Steffi, how are you doing? Witchcraft is like a gun because my people, the past, did whatever to skip the chains. That true. I'm doing great, Zaire. How about you? It's the same thing like jealousy. Jealousy too. Jealousy, it's witchcraft. Jealousy too is very powerful. The same way you can wish positive things to somebody and it can help their life grow, the same way jealousy can destroy somebody's life. Don't be thinking I'm not listening to y'all lurking and chilling as always. I know that's your work, Kate. You're born to be a lurker, professional lurker. Hi, man, like KB moving. Are you Australian too, KB moving? What have you been up? Meaning me? What? Power? Mm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but people use jealousy nowadays more. They use like the craziest emotions, anger, hatred, and all that. And those are the things that can affect somebody's life. Controversy. You came here for war. So you guys think it's more loss, more money? Okay, see you. When are you coming back? I'll be on. I'll be on next. Tomorrow. I'll be on next tomorrow. Nah, she mine, Kate. You think so? You know what I think? To my opinion, the biggest weakness of a man, it's loss. Even the most powerful man, power cannot be their weakness. If you get what I'm trying to say, in the sense that you can have people that have power that they misbehave and all that, and they fall for stupid things. But the more they control and they're accurate with wisdom and all that, it won't be power or weakness, because Yeah, any what and any who you're going to try to do, it won't affect them. But those type of men that have power, they fall for lust because they want to fulfill the lustful desires, but they don't understand that spiritually the lustful desires cost them way much than actually losing money, than actually craving money and all that. I'm great, Zaire. How about you? Okay, you're new here, mate. WTF. This guy. Exactly. But the thing with loss is that men tend to lose a lot, but they do not realize where it came from. They're going to say, oh, it's just one baddie that I'm going to get. Oh, it's just one girl I'm going to get. And like, most of the time I would tell people in general, if you're not planning to marry this person, don't get involved with them. Society has banalized the fact that men have sex around and all that. But they do not understand that the fact that they're lusting so much, it's actually absorbing all their energy. That's why men are weaker. Because, you cannot get to a loyal man. You cannot get to an unlustful man. Like, the way to get to him is very, very hard. From the moment a man say, okay, you know what? I don't care about lust. I can handle myself. Yeah, it's different. Mm, exactly, Steffi. Exactly. Guys, I actually made it earlier. I actually made it earlier, guys. But actually, look, I'm going to explain you something controversial. It's good that you're in here. Something that I learned about Adam and Eve, right? What happened, to what I understand, is that she was going around, right? That was the explanation that I got from the Holy Spirit, guys. So when she was going around in the Garden of Eden, right? She was having her fruits, and then the snake called her to that tree of good and knowledge, of good and bad, right? When she got to the tree of good and bad, she said, we do not have the right to eat from this fruit or we will die, right? But the thing is that what the devil told her, no, you won't die. You will just get like gods. They didn't know they were already gods. And to me, what I see that they didn't even understand what they were. They weren't aware of what they were. That's the first thing. They weren't aware of themselves. Because in the end times, it says that my people shall perish for lack of knowledge, right? So they weren't aware of what they were. Because if they understood that their father is God, if they understood that their father is God, therefore they are gods, because it's their father, so they're gods. It's logic. Why would you want to be something that you already are? It's like coming to, for example, you, Controversy, you're a man. I'm going to tell you that if you pay me only $5,000, I'm going to make you a man. You're going to make me a man when I'm already a man? You know, it doesn't make sense. That is the first problem. Lack of understanding and knowledge. And also the fact that they had access to everything. To them, they weren't, conscious about what they had. They had overflowing things. So to them, it was something normal. For them, it was a norm. So then to get to that position, for her to like be like, oh, we are going to get like gods and all that. Okay, let me eat it from. And then she tastes it. She's like, oh, it looks good. And then she started tasting it. She was curious. And she didn't know what she was trying. But Adam, that was there before her, for a long time now, he never fell for that trick. Why do we understand Adam? Adam had a greater understanding of what he was. Adam was aware of what he was. The woman wasn't, right? So she comes in and she gives him the fruit. He is in love with her. Because I understood that the Bible doesn't last only like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Like a day, Bible time is like 1,000 years, right? So he was alone for a while, and when he met that woman, he fell in love with her to say, oh, this is my half, this is all that. And he started, he was in love. The part that ruined men, and that we can see out of this generation of men today, y'all, man, you are the worst in accepting accountability. You guys don't like to take accountability. So what happened? He eats from the fruit because he don't want to let his wife go. He won't let her fall into that rabbit hole alone. He wants to take the punishment with her. But what happens when God comes to them? Adam, where are you? We're hiding. Why are you hiding? Because we're naked. How do you know you were naked? Did you eat from that fruit? He tells God, is the wife you gave me. The wife you gave me. So he doesn't take accountability. He puts the fault on God, and he puts the fault on the woman. And the woman says, it's because of the snake that I was tempted. She didn't take accountability either. Like, accusing is a norm, no. Taking accountability for your actions, yes. That is the right thing to do. So that is to explain you where all of this comes from. If the woman took accountability, the sentence wouldn't have been the same. If Adam took accountability, the sentence wouldn't have been the same. Because Jesus could have come down here and say, well, I'm perfect. Anyways, I'm God. So why should I pay for their sins? Like, why am I paying for their sins? They're the one who sinned. I'm a perfect being. Why should I take it for them? He could have said that, but he didn't. He didn't do it, but he accepted it for all of us. You know? That's the thing. At least you're mature enough to start taking accountabilities, but most people don't. they don't. They don't like to face consequences. They don't like to assume the consequences. And then that's why they'll always say, oh, why an all loving God going to let war happen? Baby starving. Did you care about the baby starving when you won the lottery? Did you actually care what you were sending your money? Instead of sending money to foundations, did you actually care about traveling in person and actually doing a difference in that person's life? Do you actually think that to help somebody is to give them food and they're going to, oh, I ate today. I am happy. What about tomorrow and the day after and the day after tomorrow? You need to get the person a job. You need to get a person a shelter. You need to get person assistance. That is how you change somebody's life. Not by giving him one piece of bread and you're like, oh, I did so much good. And then y'all are going to come, yeah, why would God let people struggle and suffer? When you do something bad, don't your parent punishes you? It's because of this generations. Today, you can't even punish a kid. When a kid does something wrong, they don't get to have accountability. And that's why they have like those messed up lives today. Hi, Zachary. Welcome back, Scarface. My lips are shiny. Thank you. I guess. What do you mean, oh my god? What happened? What happened? Why the oh my god? What happened? Exactly. People are blaming God for all the suffering around the world, but they do not see themselves. They don't care about helping. They don't care about others. It's when it comes to God that now they know how to do good. They don't know good from bad. That is how wicked humans are. Thank you so much, Controversy. So that is why I tell people like, y'all are so hypocrites. Y'all are so hypocrites. Y'all like to act like you worry about the poor. You worry about the people in misery. You guys worry about the world. But you guys actually don't. Every people that are poor today that are complaining about the rich people being careless and useless with all that, you go and give a small amount to a poor person, he would not do anything with the money. And then wonders why he's broke, because you can't even handle it. That is why you're broke. You do not have the mindset. You don't have the spirit. You don't have the management. You do not have the knowledge. You don't care about the knowledge. You don't care about the mindset. You want everything easy, princess, and all that. But that is not what life resumes to. Exactly. And the sad part of the thing is that it's all about, well, it's the fault of the always help someone in need. You never know when you're entertaining an angel. Exactly. That's true too. That is true too. But the thing is, like, even though people help others, their hearts are not pure. They don't do it out of their hearts. That is why people don't understand. There's some people that they do the greatest things. Oh, I helped this much of people. I helped this. I helped this. They're not pure of heart. And those are the people that God is going to use to bless others. They're going to work hard to bless others. And that's it. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go and get my alarm off. I'm trying to make my setup look a little bit different because y'all, I always fall asleep and I feel like sleepy these days. I don't know why, but I always feel sleepy these days. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me stay here for a little bit and we're going to change when I'm going to feel a little bit sleepy. Okay. 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 Okay, I'm back. I'm not even 28% through human age process. Okay. What did I miss? But don't talk about it. Do it out of your heart. Exactly. That is true, Scarface. What are women's biggest weakness? Good question. What is my room like? Now y'all want to come to my room? I will stream someday in my room. Does you guys want to visit all the whole home, huh? It's like little light things. I'm going to show y'all what time. I'm still building my setup, guys. I want it to look nice. That's my problem. I'm such a perfectionist, so I'm like, it doesn't look good enough. All the way Canada. Scarface. Controversy, why did you remove that? Why did you retracted your message? The difference of what? You say Kate? Damn, okay, you change your name. Canada? Really? Now you guys are like liking my Canada. Women's weakness, what is it? To me, my weakness is God. If I could say, I don't know. Money? That is, on. If a woman is not spiritual enough, money, yeah. If a woman is not spiritual enough, money is her weakness. Never. Men can never be a woman's weakness. Women care more about men's money than men themselves. women care way more about the men. Like women, like you could see a lot of them, you know, yeah. Women care more about men money than men themselves. Like for example, me, I know I'm not all about that because money doesn't impress me. But I know that that's the fact and that is the truth. Yeah, but that she's like 1%. Your mom is 1%. 1% doesn't define the majority. She's only 1%. Like like if you put 10 women in the room, right? And you tell them like you will not be judged, right? You get the richest men that you want. You line them up. You can get the richest men you want. They're going to choose the richest man before even looking into his heart or whatsoever. They're going to look into his pockets. I know, but for a woman to fall in love with you is very, very rare. They can fall in love with you when they're innocent, in their innocence. When and also like a woman can easily fall in love with a man when she has already had everything or she already experienced everything. Let me give you an example. If you see and notice, most of the women that don't care about money comes from wealthy families. And they never had love ever. So they're ready to do anything for that love. But when they get to the point in their life to realize that else in love you need money too, that's when they start changing. The man is going to say, but she loved me for who I was. She loved me. She loved me. Yes, she loved you. She loved you. But after 10 years, your financial situation didn't change. Nothing about you changed. Yeah. Scarface, it's rare. A woman that just care about you for you and not your money. And plus, in the day and age we are, I don't want you to get fooled by that. Women can tell you, yeah, no, I don't care about your money, da, 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 da. Yeah, that is what men wants to hear. The same way men can lie to women and tell them what they want women to hear, like us what we want to hear. The same way women can just go about you. And you're going to see that you're a woman, you're going to think, oh, she's having businesses for himself, she's having things going on and all that. But she has 3 other sugar daddies that are taking care of her. But she's going to tell you, no, no, I'm working hard and stuff like that. Even if you like look at her lifestyle and you look at her salary, you're like, something ain't adding up. See, they say a woman in love would set a man's house on fire and be hurt for life. What do you mean by that? A woman in love can set. But that is obvious for men. That is obvious for men. What do you mean by a woman in love can set a place on fire? if it's a definite their weakness, I don't think you found a man that you want. They make all kind of bad choices. That's where I say there's a difference. Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. That's why I say that there's a difference between passionate love and actually real love, right? A woman that loves you, she's ready to take in some sacrifices and get to a level of life with you because her vision is to get to the wealthiness with you, not without you. Her purpose is to grow with you and not without you. And she sees you in everything and she wants to push you to wherever in life you're looking for. She wants you to get to the places where she's going to be like, okay, my man, we made it through, we were and go through the craziest ups and downs because that stimulates the relationship. And she's having fun and enjoying all through the process and all that, right? But a woman that is able to stay in a relationship and nothing is going, nothing is evolving whatsoever, she's either sick or she doesn't know where she's going with her life. Because there are people that are in toxic relationships that are not going nowhere because they went through lifetime trauma. So when they went through that trauma, they do not recognize good from bad anymore. They think that the new norm is bad. That is not love. You cannot say she's in love. She's not in love. Hi, Stotar. How are you? Exactly. Because look, for example, me, when people ask me which type of men I'm looking for, being a man, being a man, we're simple, not complex. If we love, then we love. But women is so emotional. Exactly. Women, we're not that easy. We're a very, very emotional being, so it's even harder. And what I always say is that, for example, me, my ideal man is like the husband of my aunt, who is like kind of my dad. How does he treat my aunt? He treats her like a queen. He treats her like a queen. He does not like her spending too much hours in the kitchen. He has maids for her. He loves her being beautiful, going getting pretty, looking fine, spending time with him and the kids. But he doesn't want her to go and stress. He doesn't like her to going through stress. When she's too stressed, he sends her on trips. Where do you want to go? Here's the money. Go and travel. Have fun. What do you want to do? Where do you want to invest? He treats her like a queen. When he takes big decisions, he always asks for her advices. That is the type of man I'm looking for. But is that a majority? Is that a norm? No, it's minority. So how do you find that? Exactly. Most women, they want to build something. They want to go through those adventures with you and build and get to the point where they're like, we made it. That is their dreams. But man, they can stay with the bare minimum. Like, and also there was this scientific thing showing how a man, when he doesn't have a woman on his side and all that, he can spend his whole life with his job and having the bare minimum and being okay, right? And there's this trend of men being successful, making it in life. What they don't tell you about those things that they're teaching y'all is that they're doing it for women. They act like they do it for themselves, but they're actually doing it for women because they know that on their natural state with their bare minimum, they cannot attract women. So they need to have something going on for women to actually get some interest in them, for them to actually flex about it and be like, oh yeah, I'm a man, I made my money, now the girls want me, yeah, I'm him, and all that. Yeah, they want to hide it, but that is the truth. Because at the end of the day, they can stay in a little studio, 9 to 5, they're good. No stress, good. Having a dog, that's it. Love is passion, the eternal flame that will make you kill or die for one another. This is what allows you to evolve. I know, but people do not know what love is anymore. And they don't value love anymore. Love these days is just a trend. Love nowadays is just a trend. Love nowadays is money. Love nowadays is just a flex. Love nowadays is just a personal ego fulfillment or ego accomplishment, but it's not ever about building. Because that is the purpose of love. Love builds, love doesn't destroy. A love that destroys is not love, it's just passion. But ain't that a gold digger mentality? What do you mean? What is not a gold digger mentality? Come around the man just for the money. There was once on Instagram account where like don't marry who you can go on vacation with, marry who you can suffer with. That is the problem. But the thing is that men sometimes they don't understand some stuff. Women are scared to risk it all. Because to build with a man means risking it all. And there's a lot that risk it all for the wrong man. The men end up marrying somebody else. They end up dumping them. They end up cheating on them. Or they end up having multiple wives when they were successful enough. So a woman, for her to risk everything for that one man who, when he's going to get successful and have power and money and all that, thinking that, oh, he made it, put her on second position, she's going to be like, why am I ruining my youth, my beautiful youth, where I can choose the best man I want and I can and profit out of him, than going to choose love where I'm going to lose at it. It's very rare to get the perfect, and the percentage that goes through the suffering and make it is very little. Okay, being with a person just they can't fit, not build anything. Yeah, today is more about, you know, benefiting. You're right about that, Scarface. They just want to eat out of you. They're not helping you. And there's many ways to test it. Just as some men get so blinded. I have to respect the chat because everyone is giving compliments to Queen Sylvie. Right. Right, controversy. Power, look at what's happening to us right now. Or you feel some type of way, but it's all love. Controversy, are you telling me something? Are you trying to tell me something? Goes back to the nature of the species, like male birds having to go and build the nest to impress the females. The male peacocks has to get the biggest tail, feathers. The male moose, the largest horns. Exactly. You got it, Honor. You got it. Because male on themselves, they wouldn't care. Living with the bare minimum is not a problem to them. It wouldn't bother them. I get it, Scarface. I get it. It's useless having a woman that doesn't bring nothing more. But it's scarier to have a man that went through that. Because to me, it's scary. Why? I'm asking myself, is he going to be able to love me? Is he going to be able to trust me? Because love and trust comes together, right? Hi, Vanita. How are you? Female selection advances the species. Very true. Money, because if you have no money, nobody will like you. Because that is based on society-wise, right? And also, if you want to get the type of woman you're looking for, if you don't have that authority out of money, you cannot have her, right? Exactly. No one is perfect. Benita, how are you doing? Are you feeling better? I'm not sure. I believe completely the ability for a man to love unconditionally, but there are people that with that capacity, and not everyone gets that epic love. Exactly. It's minority, really. It is funny how Vanita comes in. Now Kate is now calm. I know a guy with no money and he has a new baby mama every year, so yeah, because they like that. You know his game and what the purpose of those women. It depends about his game and the purpose of those women. When women don't have no purpose, no goals, no nothing, and they're more attracted about like the bad boy side of you, they're all in toxicity and they won't it won't bother them. I see a lot of like, you know, the ghetto-ish people and all that. For the women that have no goals, they don't care about to be somebody's baby mama because he's the biggest from the hood, he's the biggest from this and all that. He's still the biggest of something, and that is what attract them. She feels like a gangster. She feels like she's her, right? I don't know. They don't really have real goals. They don't have really futures. They don't know where they're going with their lives. They don't even know why they're still alive at that point. So they would settle for less. Yeah, you men from the US go through a lot. And the thing that I notice is that you from the US, man, y'all are givers. Y'all are givers, and it's insane how you guys get used for that. I just don't want y'all to change because of that. Minority or majority of what? Scarface. No, I'm just teasing you, Vanita. I'm teasing you, Vanita. I love disturbing them. I like him when he stresses a little bit when you come in. Whose mindset is this coming from live? Scarface, I don't know if all your messages are going through, but I could see just pieces and parts of your messages. So I'm like, where are we at? What are we talking about? What, who, when? You saying that a woman that wants money, good looks is the minority. I said that women that wants money. Well, women that wants a rich man, they look for the minority of men. A minority of men are very, very super wealthy. Yeah, you need to get a podcast going. Yo, yo. It is funny. Yeah, but I know you're trying to keep up. But the thing is, like, they're part of your what you say. Cause I look like why I'm talking, right? And I'm like, wait, did I miss something from what I'm saying or what? Hey, Aswin. So we talking about the gold diggers. We talking about all that, but you know, cause like the majority of men want some, but some men think different. Though. Yeah, but the thing is also that I noticed the problem with some men is that they're following the trend too. I noticed that majority of men they follow the trend too. They're not making it personally. They're just following the trend that it's out there. Oh, as a man you should. As a man you have to. As a man, did you take the time to actually be a man and actually think for yourself? Not let people rule on how you need to think for yourself? That's how, for example, me, I love the family aspect of life and we have families, parents, and all that, but no parent is dictating my marriage. No parent is dictating my household. I do the decision in my household. The women of their household made the decision, or the men that is on them. My household is going to work how I want it to. I don't need no advices or pieces of advice from nobody unless I ask for it. Exactly. But the problem is like if men follow the trend, then there's a bigger problem. because women were very like suppressed by society. They were suppressed by society for a long time. So women have always been following the trends. Since the beginning of society, women have always been following the trends. It was never their thing at some point. Now that they get the choice to have their thing, they're going messy and all where and everywhere and all out all the time. Let's get married then, lol. Scarface, so that's your conclusion. Alright. Married or following trends on other. Bentons. Money. That is so funny. The fact that society is based on trends and all that, it's sad. It's very, very sad. Exactly. Exactly. That's how you buy minds. And the thing is, like, as a leader, you cannot lead me because I'm a leader, naturally. I'm a leader naturally. You need to be on the same pace with me, same mindset with me to be able to follow. Yes, Vanita. Yes, Vanita. Yes, Vanita. Yes, Vanita. Yes, Vanita. I'm watching. I'm looking at your conversation. I'm looking. I could read the conversation, Vanita. You can tell me whatever. I'm listening. That's how we feel now that we've been dismasculinated to a certain extent because of exactly. No, I didn't see it. Could you rewrite it, please, 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 pretty please? Because I'm trying to follow up with those who are following the debates. That's why. Of a foreign, I'm a pop back out with a conversation. I didn't get that, by the way, Scarface. Didn't get that. But about what you said, that is the purpose of society, demasculinate y'all to have control, because you cannot have control on another male. That is why there's a lot of war. You cannot control other male. When there's other alpha, you have to unalive him to take control over them. If you do not unalive, yeah. Yeah, so if two minds balance, mind connect, it's a huge connection. And yeah, that's what they're afraid of. That's why they have to demasculinate one and unstabilize another one. In the pills that they give us and all that, they unstabilize us. I said that we should be doing calls with the mods, like video calls. Yeah, I'm actually reworking on a lot of stuff. I'm actually working on a lot of stuff. I told you guys, just give me a little bit time. I have a lot to fix and we got this. I'm going to get you guys in a group and all that. It's just a matter of time, guys. Just give me a little bit more time. For now, the goal is to get the monetization hours, and then from there I can start rolling with everything else. Any man follow that is any man follows that is feminine is soft. That is the thing. That is the thing. They made y'all believe that a man is the one who takes all the decision. He's the one ruling. He's the one doing this. He's the one doing that. And y'all are trying to prove so bad that y'all are men, that y'all are alpha, y'all have that energy, that y'all end up in society weakness And that's how they use you and make you their puppets and destabilize your families. That is how they destabilize your families. Because now you don't have no control over your family anymore. You don't have no more peace. You have no more nothing. That's the thing. What do you mean? Yeah, she's ignoring comments now. I'm not ignoring comments. You guys are having your own conversations. And Kate, I know you've been saying that, but you guys are having your own conversation. I need to keep up with the chat too. Because if I have to read all the time what y'all are saying, well, God is Alpha and Omega, but we're made in His image, so we're alphas. Yeah, I know, but you guys are not understanding my point, right? I'm not saying that um men are getting or being belittled, because if you think about it properly, it's not reversed. It's not reversed. I know you're having conversation with me, Scarface. I know you guys are having conversations with me. And that's why I'm reading the comments out loud to like make sure I keep going. It's not actually reverse Godzilla. Um the truth is that spiritually women are very, very powerful, right? And they're very powerful on so many levels, right? And when you think about it, make it make sense. It's just a question. It's women that raise you guys, right? Am I wrong or right? It's women that it's women that raise you guys, right? She's the one who brings you guys to the world and she raised you guys, right? I'm asking. No, I'm trying to come somewhere with my point. I'm trying to come somewhere with my point, but I need you guys to follow up with me. So let's restart. It's women that gave birth to y'all and raised you, right? I want you guys to come to where I'm trying to get with. Because I'm trying to show you guys something. I understand everything you guys are saying. Okay, they gave birth to you, they raised you, right? We're getting to the agreement. So now, from the moment they raise you and get to give birth to you and they raise you, now the dad comes in place. But the thing is that the bond between a child from today's society is separated between the dad and the kids from the moment the woman is pregnant. The woman is believed to go through all the states of her pregnancy alone, and the dad is just waiting for the kid to come out. And even for a dad to play with the kid while he's a baby till when he start walking is not normalized, right? So there's this big disconnection. So the kid is always going to see the mom as a role model, and they get disconnected to the dad, and they see dad as authority, as government, as bank, but they don't see the dad as dad, right? Because that is the structure put in place. Now, from what I learned from my grandparents, right, this is how it would go. When the man has things and decisions to take, he would always talk with his helper, right? His helper is his wife. They need to come to agreement. But the thing is what? Is that he would place the problem, and both of them will give their vision of the thing. And from there, they're going to sort it out. Sometimes when there is not a perfect agreement, when there's not a perfect say, when they're not sure on what to decide, the woman is going to say, well, this is my stance on some things. Most of the time, when I told you about a lot of things, it actually happened, right? But you are the man at the end of the day. You do the decision. If it goes bad, well, you know that I was right about my decision. We can go about it later. But if you really trust me, we can go about mine. And either it's a go or not go. But we know that women handle the household on the spiritual aspect. I'm not telling about those women today that they think that being a mom is just to push kids and to complain about being a mom all year. I'm talking about mom that takes the role as a mom seriously. They pray for the kids, they pray for the husband, they get connected to God and stay connected to him. They do the cleaning and cooking like when it's needed. The husband helps too. Because my grandfather told me he would help my grandma cook. He would cook sometimes and tell her like, whoa, rest. You had a long day. You have a long time. They like to take everything in control. When she's doing her pregnancy and even after her pregnancy, they also take some time. Sometimes my grandma had to step up and be like, whoa, you're doing too many stuff at home. Rest, relax. You're my husband. I want to take care of you too. You're overdoing it. And that is how the energy and the connection and the bond is shared. And that creates love, and that is what builds the foundations of a real family. But when society gets to have their say that, oh, your husband is not masculine enough. Why? Your husband is not masculine enough because he's the one cleaning your house. Oh, your husband is not masculine enough because he helps you cook when you're not sick. He needs to wait for you to be sick to help you cook. Oh, it's not normal for a man to spend a day with kids or spend a whole week with kids and you actually going to have fun a little bit with your friends. Oh, it's not normal for a man to bring you on a trip after every postpartum you have for you to be able to come back and reconnect back to the society faster, to be able to get going with your mom side and get to raise your kids and stuff like that. So all the time that they're putting their mouth in what a man should be, a man, because when they want to try to push an agenda on both genders, that's what divides the family. There are men that they're maniacs. When I call men some maniacs, there are men that are hyper clean. Even the dust on the floor can drive them crazy. So those type of men, my grandmother told me, if you see that your man is a maniac, let him do the cleaning. Because you guys are going to have fights all the time. And do what he hates. He hates cooking. You do all the cooking. You tell him you're not touching nothing about the cooking. I will handle that. But I'm going to let you touch the cleaning because, you know, you always have something to say. There's always drama and all that. I don't want problems. You guys have something set. But doesn't makes a man not a man because he cleans? No. When I'm talking to you about experience of like older couples. I have a couple today. It's been 40 years they're married. The husband, he tells me, I talked with him. He told me that I cook on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, my wife don't have the right to enter the kitchen. Sometimes she sneakily comes in the kitchen to try to sneaky cook, but she has no right in the kitchen. It's my kitchen. Because I need to treat my wife. Yeah, I'm a businessman and all that. I can buy her all whatever, but I want to do it for her. Because that is what the relationship is about. That is what love is about. It's not about me bringing money. I'm not her bank. Yeah, I bring money. It doesn't make me masculine. Getting some days to my wife that I just massage her. She didn't ask me for nothing. She doesn't have to ask me for money for me to send her money. She doesn't have an excuse or a reason for me to send her money. And my wife doesn't ask my permission to all the time to be able to send me some gifts. She doesn't have to ask my permission sometimes to bring me some breakfast on bed. Massage me, do all that. Like, I don't know. Sometimes my wife surprises me. She tells me, oh, we have an urgency to another country because this her job, but actually it's a vacation. My wife bought everything. She took everything in control. It doesn't make you feminine for accepting a trip from your wife. So, you know, it's because they play standards. Men have to do this, do this, do that. Women have to do this. Now, women are literally housewives. Housewife, like they're cleaners. They're the house cleaners. Most of women now, they're house cleaners. That's why they made them to be house cleaners. There is no bond, no relationship. When they get together in the bedroom, that's the only small touch of love they get, and that's it. And they throw money at them to be like, oh, this is the money. I make money in the house. I'm the man. I make all the money in the house, so you need to respect me because I'm a man. And all the decisions that most of the time that man takes, it goes sideways. But when he gets to talk with his wife, when he gets to let his wife choose on certain things, everything goes better. Okay, 1 second. Marry me, Sylvie. Lol, just talking shit. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Carlos. Welcome, guys, to the chat. When I'm talking, yeah, I'm in the talking. Now I'm reading, guys. You guys know how I work. Scar, one thing you said that raise a woman can do that, that is actually not true. That is actually not true. But I would say a woman needs a man by her side to raise kids. But I noticed something. A lot of men that grew up with their mom as role models, like me, I'm talking about African countries. I saw that the men here in like the ghettos in America, like it's really, really bad. But I'm talking in African countries. A lot of men that grew up with their mothers, they have respect towards women. They cannot beat up a woman. Never. That's a no, never. They cannot rape a woman. They treat a woman like a queen. No matter how many heartbreaks they get from women, they are still going to treat women like queens. They take care of women. And they value women. From all the African households that I saw, men growing up with a woman as a role model and they have this infinite respect towards their mother. You know, they have this infinite respect towards them. So saying a woman cannot raise a man, I saw great results in Africa. Great results. Great results. I understand you're speaking from your experience, right, Scarface? But I'm telling you from the experience of Africa. All the men that I met, I'm like, how are you this polite? Do you know, like, African men, they clean women's pennies. They clean their pennies. Like, you know, the underwears. They clean it for women. Because that is how valuable they have to be around her. And they check up her menstrual cycles to be sure everything is okay. When she's pregnant, they do all the cooking, all the cleaning. They're involved, right? I'm talking about the men that was raised by their mom and grandmas. They were very involved. Yeah, you guys are going to say that is disgusting. You have a washing machine, but it's more spiritual and it's more deeper than that. It's more spiritual and very deeper than that. Because if you say washing your woman's pennies is disgusting, why do you go down there? Why do you eat her up? Why do you eat where you put your mouth? You're not able to wash that. You like to put your mouth down there. You should say it's disgusting. You should never put your mouth down there. Right? But you always go down there. You like having the fun and making her all that. And they track it to be sure that she's healthy, because during the menstrual cycle there's a lot going on. It's not about only losing blood, it's about your body changing, it's about like your cells reproducing, it's about a lot of things going on, your emotion fluctuating, there's a lot of things you're losing. So that is the thing. And I'm talking about women's pennies, not only during menstrual cycles. I'm talking about the whole year. I'm not talking about only during the menstrual cycles. It's not possible for American women to raise men. It's not possible because of the society they are in. You can, like, for example, we are in our TV shows. Our TV shows value and respect men, and the neighbors, like in us, the neighbors raise kids too. Like the neighbor can raise your kids, the teacher can raise your kid. So there's a lot of people that have a right on your kid. You're not just a mom of your own kids. Your neighbors get to be their parenting too. If your neighbor goes on the street and catches your son stealing, they have the right to whoop you. They're going to whoop your ass because they caught you stealing. That is the first punishment. And you are going to be begging the neighbor not to tell your parents because you know you're cooked if it comes to your parents' ears. The same thing for the teacher. You're going to beg your teacher not to tell your parents that you got whooped by them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm from Cameroon. I don't even understand what you're talking about, Godzilla. What I dislike, I'm going to tell you personally. What I dislike is when somebody's trying to attack my faith with society stupid rules, right? You cannot attack my faith with that. I told you something very logical. If it hurts you, that's maybe why you would answer this way, right? And I feel bad for you and I feel sad for you because if you would actually listen to what I'm saying and try to understand what I'm saying, you would understand that I never lost my Bible. Because when I look at every woman in the Bible, they were treated with respect, they were treated with love and care. And those who were trying to overdo it, they had what the was coming for them. But women were always valued all through the Bible. And that is why even Jesus, he could have come by himself, but he decided to go through a woman's womb. So, no, I didn't lose my Bible. No, I didn't lose my values. I'm talking about the truth that men treat women like slaves. They messed up the society. Because I see from my grandfather's standpoint, they never treated women like slaves. Never even once. Raising your hand on a woman, you are going to get flogged by the whole village. And there are some men that get unalive just for raising their hand on a woman. But the more the culture goes and grows because they're adapting to this new TV shows and whatsoever thing, they get to do distasteful things to women because of the crooked mindsets going on. It's sad. That's what I'm telling you. Don't try to attack my faith with this like senseless society things because it's the truth. You don't see how these men be treating these women out here? Come on, you're not blind. You can see it. It's so sad because y'all don't get it. I know why Americans are so behind because um you guys are being pushed everything that you must do through television. They program you through television, through movies, through activities, through society norms. That's how it breaks your cycles. That's why women don't know how to treat men. That's why men don't know how to treat women. And also the way I see how men would treat women in the Occidental mindset and all that, they had to bring that to Africa for Africans to break their cycles. But when I would ask my grandparents, was this culture always like that? They said no. There were cultures that always stayed in a certain type of way, and that was a system that would work for them. But the new generations of men didn't understand because they thought that they were self-sufficient. They didn't need women. They didn't need parents. They didn't need men. They didn't need dads or moms. That I don't look to idiot's box friend. Men are getting on your stream not because of the conversation, just trying to holler at you. Hmm. Not from Africa, but that's what it takes, friend. Exactly. Women are born with values. Men in America have to go and get theirs. That's the thing. That is the side of the thing too. Okay, what did you say? But that is attacking my faith. What is the Bible? The Bible is the word of the Lord. You cannot dissociate both. The Bible is the word of the Lord. So yes, you're attacking my faith. And I do not have to base myself on every little scripture, because I ask the Holy Spirit to enlighten me on what is written for me to understand. Because people have basic understanding of the Bible because they read it as if it was a book. But I ask the Holy Spirit to explain me what is the real purpose of the message in the book. And what people forget is that sometimes when they would write, they had to adapt and adjust to the personalities of those people, because the way of thinking and their mindset was too closed. But when you have a personal and deep relationship with God, you get to know more and you get to experience even more things. He goes beyond things. Every advancement I've made has been a risk, and my mom and the others say not to. Exactly. Oh, she's cooking you, Godzilla. No, I'm just stating facts. Like, I don't like when people mess with me with that thing, because people always like to be like, oh, the Bible said this, it's written like this in the Bible, oh, you are going against. And I'm like, are you guys being for real? But he's a Christian, so that's why I answered. If he was like a Muslim, Hindu, Jew, or whatsoever, I wouldn't even have cared, right? But he's my brother in Christ, so I have to check him out on that. That's the only reason why I answered. Scarface, what you're saying? Basic instruction before leaving Earth. What you're saying is true. I know that most men come in just to holler at me and all that. But you know, that is why God put me in this position, because God uses me to get to his kids, right? These men normally they wouldn't have heard of the word of God, but if they see something that they like, they're attracted to something that they like, it's going to make them listen a little bit, and that's how you plant the seeds. Hi, Infinia. Would you mind me asking you if you're black? What do I look to you? Sylvie, you're right about this one. Those who disagree with you have pride and ego issues. That's the thing. It's not about my age, guys. You know, God gives wisdom to who he wants to. God gives intelligence to who he wants to. He gives discernment to who he wants to. It's not always about age. That's why I don't disclose my age. Because those are details to get somebody unfocused. You know. So, yeah. I'm going to come back. I know that has to stop. And for example, Godzilla, you talked about your who? Like your family, no man ever hits on women, right? Because they were raised properly, right? They were raised properly. Like being a loyal man, how do men get to be loyal? How do men get to be loyal? They need a woman to tell them that I'm a woman. This is how I go through, and this is what I go through as a woman for a man cheating on me. That woman, who is she? It's your mom, right? If your mom tells you that, oh, cheating is very bad, this is how it would break me, this is what I went through, oh, it's going to drive me crazy, and da. And then your father comes and adds to what your mom said, because that is how family works. Your dad is going to add to what your mom said, and he's going to be like, yes, as a man, I feel like shit. As a man, I feel like a failure. As a man, I feel like this for cheating. Do you really think all those men and big powerful men bragging about being cheaters and using men and treating men like women like slaves and all that? Do you really think they're going to be proud of themselves? No. A woman was never made to be your helper in a way as a maid. That is the thing that I'm trying to explain you, Godzilla. The society of men today, they think that women as a helper means cleaning the house, raising kids, shutting the hell up, and cooking for them and giving them the sexual pleasure they need. That's a woman to them. And that is a good woman. No, it's not. It's not. Because if you want your kids to be raised in a good environment, your woman has her right to say in your ways. Because there are things that you think that you control, that you're in charge of. I'm a man. That is a man's job. I do man thing. I do man. Yeah, sometimes you're so boosted by your ego that you do not see what is in front of you. Right? And that is a sin that people do not see. I'm saying most men. I'm not saying all of men. I'm saying most men. That's how they treat women. And the thing is that men forget that ego is the biggest sin. Ego is the biggest sin. That is why you need a helper. You need your wife. That's why you guys become one. Because when you get too egocentric, she's the one to bring you back to reality. And sometimes God is going to use her in some rough ways. You're going to be like, oh, you're being disrespectful. Oh, you're talking to me anyhow. When you get to calm down and rethink, because you're going to have every word that she said in your head. And you're going to, I'm not talking about disrespectful women. There's a difference between disrespectful women and truthful women, right? I will never be okay with a disrespectful woman. You have no right to disrespect your husband. Never. So that's what I'm saying. So that is how, when he's going to start thinking about things, he's going to start feeling guilty. As a man, you will feel guilty, and you're going to come to your spouse and be like, yeah, I fucked up, right? I'm sorry about this and that. But no, guess what? Men today, oh, she's disrespectful. I can switch on her. I have so much money. I can get another B. And yeah, I get this. And yeah. And other men are clapping for that. Why? Because they want you to lose your stability. Your stability was your wife. They want you to lose her. Every bad advice they can give you to lose her, yeah, they're going to be, yeah. Because you men don't understand that. Men are also in competition with you. They're trying to look which type of woman you can attract. And the woman you attract, if they love her and they know she's good for you, if they know they can never have that type of woman or they can never get your woman, they're going to destroy your family, your household by bad advices, bad things, bringing you to do wrong things. It always try to act like they're trying to solve the problem in front of your wife, right? They're always going to try like, oh, they're like your savior, your everything. Hello, Blink. Hi, Jeremy. So yeah, they're always going to always try to, but they want your wife, but they cannot have her. They need to destroy your marriage. They're also in competition with you. Like, we can talk about women all day, always fighting for the same men and all that. But the thing is, like, men too, they do that. Because they know it's rare to get the perfect woman. To get the, not the perfect woman, but the idealistic woman. And they make you believe that a good woman is a woman that just shuts up and just do this and do that. When you're going to doom, what do you think that woman is going to do? Are you going to really expect that she's going to still stick by you? She's still going to stay? No, she's going to leave. Because the only thing that was making her stay was your money. It wasn't your personality. It wasn't your love towards her. It wasn't the way you treated her. No, it's your money that was making her stay. A snake will creep in and strike at any moment. Exactly. Exactly. And what men promote, imagine men promoting lust. Men are promoting lust. Lust is a sin. For men that believe in God, you are going to normalize cheating on your wife. And they're going to tell you, it's a human nature. It's normal. And you're going to call your woman being sinful because what? She disrespected you that day? But you're a cheater, you're a liar? And men are bragging about being cheaters and liars? It's sad. Most guys I know try to talk their guy friends into staying. Women tend to coach blowing up marriage. Just how it is here at least. Yeah, I know that in America is wild. I know that in America is wild because women in America, like the only part of the women coaching that I understand is that women are scared of men. I got to understand that with time. I understood that women are scared of men. So they're scared to invest their life and their future on a man that is going to cheat on them, disrespect them, do whatever they think with them, downshade them and all that. Now they're scared. So their option today is like, just get it and go. Get it and go. Why? Why are they thinking like that? We can all the time say that men in America are bad. I'm not defending them. But I always ask men, do you know why women in America act like that today? Do you know who are the trendsetters of the women community? Do you know where feminism actually comes from? Do you know the real purpose and the real motive and who are the real creators? You guys are going to think it's women who created feminism. No, it's not completely that. Yes, they came with the feminism, but which type of women brought it up? And who invested into that? Who are the people that has the most money? It's men, right? The same men. Y'all think that they're your friends, your G's. They want you guys to grow, stay in those type of marriages, right? They're the same men who destroyed your society. They destroy your own women's. That's why you see those wealthy men like to take younger women, because they know that younger women, they can mold their brains easily. And they're going to let you take women from a certain type of age because, you know, they know you can't mold their brains anymore. You can't do much about it anymore. Good deal. You can see the board. People covet sometimes. People convert some when something from God because it's set apart. Exactly, Steffi. Thank you, Scotty, for the compliments. I'm a good guy. I just stay out of the way, Queen. Okay, that's good. But take a vow of God that should be humbling enough, but to talk to someone that is with invest, that we should know how to switch their gears. Exactly. I don't say this word, but you obviously. What? What does this mean? OVU? But OVU, Sylvie? What? What? Welcome back, Discipline. She's copper, not color. You're so sweet. I just go to school and go to work from home, and I have to do my research, queen. Yeah, you guys need to do your researches about feminism and how it's born and why women are acting really crazy in the US. I feel so heartbroken that the man has been alpha red. I call y'all alpha red men in America. I'm talking about the majority, not the minority. The majority of men in America has been alpha red. Alpha red is my new word for that term because the alpha red men don't even tend to even care about women like they used to before. They use women and treat them like objects and focus on their flaws to feel good about mistreating women. And it hurts me that men treat women like that in your country and just blame them on everything women do, but they do not understand the food is manipulated. They don't understand the meds, the products that women use, it's poisoned. They're emotional beings. The way the hormones are being played around with during the menstrual cycles. Like I don't you guys say yuck when I talk about menstruation cycle of women, but even the pads that women use is altered. Even just the pads, and the altered pads would trigger more things to the women's body. The medicine that they take, like gave them their pro uh, pills and all that, to regulate the menstrual cycle, the food, all that. You guys are not seeing that they're unaliving your women's slowly by slowly. They're destabilizing your women slowly by slowly. They're pushing these crazy trends slowly by slowly throughout the music, the movies, the celebrities, all that. Instead of y'all being protective towards your women, trying to bring her to reason. Like me, for example, if a man wants to marry like that Afro-American woman, like he sees that, oh, she could be a good wife, but just the mindset and all that, bring her to a trip in a country where they get to live life, disintoxicate her body. For example, bring her to Africa or to the Caribbeans or to Asia, to countries that she's going to eat natural food, natural grown food for about a month, and her brains are going to function right. Bring her to orphanage. Bring her to places where people suffer. To bring her mind back. Bring her to things that she can reconnect with. She's so disconnected to a point that she doesn't even understand what is going on with her life anymore. I'm not telling you guys to be all saviors and all that, but I'm just trying to make you understand why your women's are going crazy in America. They're getting traumatized. And how the women were treated in America in the past, it was also shitty. So I get where that rebellion comes from, kind of. Us is the new movement that disrupted the root of how the African men were treating African women back in the days. Because of the industry, the entertainment industry and all that. I'm always telling you, I always tell women, try to understand men. Try to start treating them right. But I see sometimes that women should understand men, but they should not try to save men. Because the difference between men and women is that a man, he has authority over everything he does. He's the one, if he wants to change, he will change. But he's the one who is able to guide the woman to change. But if he wants to change, he can change. And the only way a woman can try to change a man is by having a connection with God. But most women, they have more connections with the devil than God. So how do you want them to be successful in marriages? That's what I'm talking to you about. The culture thing difference can be broken by little steps, little stuff, little understanding. Because I understand, and my purpose is that I start studying and learning about the American cultures, the American mindsets, and I take the best out of the Americans, the bad I leave it out. But I talk about the bad because I want y'all to evolve as a society, if y'all are willing to. What makes MFET week? What? What did you say, Scarface? Okay, whatever the women have been subjected to, the men to. No, I'm not saying that the men are not experiencing whatsoever women are experiencing. I'm just saying that the fact that you guys are pulling the rock on one side and the other won't help y'all. I'm saying that y'all should understand that from, because you were talking about women, you were blaming women right there, and I had to explain you that. And then now you had to come to the comprehension that, okay, yes, us as men, we're going through that too. So how do we fix it as a man? That's where you start from. What is the problem on my end? And how can I fix the other's end to make it work? Because from the moment a woman doesn't understand that she's a problem, she will never stop acting crazy. From the moment she understands that she's a problem, she's going to rethink her life over and do better decisions. Same as men. But the men are the one in charge. So they're the one who has to turn the wheel around for their family and their sake. But me, like, I won't say that what men are going through is not dangerous also enough, but I feel that it's very sad because, like, the woman is the one who bring life, right? And her being altered throughout her pregnancies and all that, and then she gives birth and all that, it makes it even worse for the other generation of men coming out of her womb. You want to visit me, Jeremy? What's up, young lady? Hello, chat. Hi, hi, NTZ, the culture friend. Bro, you done being cooked. Better come with some humility. Brothers to find a woman they can work with off the rip. Time and resources are so precious. Exactly. Good night, baby girl. Where are you going to, Scarface? Have to talk to you about BD in order to get rocked. The foot Fahrenheit. Accountability brings reasons change. Exactly. Exactly. Jamie. Too much vacation too early. Vacation is earned nice things earned by demonstration of character and treatment. Exactly. We lost it. It's a blessing you talk about these things to bring back to our consciousness. I want to. That is my point. Hello. I think a woman can be a source of strength for men as well. I don't agree with the poll results. The weakness part wasn't about a negative, uh, it wasn't just based on a negative sides only. But we came from a longer a topic actually, Godson bless. We talked about Adam and Eve and all that, so it came from a very, very long context. So I understand your point. A woman shouldn't be a man's weakness, but strengthen him. Yeah, I know we come from a very, very long topic. So that's why you guys came to the end of the food, let's say. Check out my comments, Queen. I missed so many of your comments and there's a lot that I didn't see. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to follow up. Thank you for the compliments. But the thing is that the men of today are not helping. I'll miss you, friend. I'll miss you too, Scarface. But the thing is that men today don't help other men. They destroy other men. They act like they're actually helping, but they're not. And it's sad though. Because everything you have, they want it too. Everything you have, they want it too. Men these days are not helping. They're bragging. They're shaming. They're using. Can you imagine that you need to pay $500 to have special course about special classes about how to be a man? They took away our grandparents to go and give money to this type of people. If you want to know how to be a man, save your money for a while. You do your things, you start investing and all that. You can take investment classes, right? But I'm talking about the morals of a man. Travel. Go and see how men treat women in other cultures. Go and understand, try to understand how they treat women, how they behave with women. Go and learn from elders. When I tell you travel is to be able to have access to elders. Because what they're doing to our elders here, they make them look like plants. We do not even have access to our elders anymore. Our elders are in centers that they cannot even, they're acting like babies in centers. Because they don't want us to keep going. Yes, I'm really scolding y'all for being late. Y'all were very late. Godson bless. But you could re-listen the whole thing and you'll see what I'm talking about. And say where are you from? Brother is not a brother. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Men used to teach sons respect for themselves and others and boundaries. Now men show their sons how to drink, bravado, be lazy. Exactly. It's really sad. Wait, I fell on this video, guys. You guys are going to understand where I'm coming from throughout this video, because I saw that and I was really heartbroken and I was like, this is actually true. We can do this. Can your people my age, they can't even do this. Today, even younger people, full of starch. You're strong. I'm 77. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm an elder. I should not be sick and feeble. Yeah. And absent-minded. My mind is sharp. My crystal ball. Listen to me. Yeah. My brain is juicy. So it's not dried out with a whole bunch of fonio. You've been potatoes.
I'm climbing coconut trees for my water right now. You climb the tree? At 77. You climb the tree. I'm not starch stiff. Elders, let's get our elders. Look, youths, come on. Wow. We have effed up. You just amazed me the way you went down with your knees and just like, because there's people who are like, I'm in my early 50s. I have friends in their 30s, 40s who can't do what you just did. Like, they'll go down and be like, can't get back up. Starch stiff. And they're full of starch. I don't eat starch now over 30 years. So let me. No grains, no beans, and no deep roots. People my age, they can't even do this.
Do you see where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about? These are the people that raised men. These are the people who educated men. And these people respected women. They knew the value of a woman. That's why they raised great queens. And the women raised great kings. And they want now to tell y'all. Because, man, the kings that were getting raised, like, they always wanted to challenge their fathers. The woman was doing the raising of the sons, and the man was challenging their sons. Oh, you think you're man enough? Okay, test me. Try me. Let's go. How do you act? And then when they'll have their little princes going on, if the princes come and cry and say, this is how your son treated me, the dad will come at the son. I say, oh, so you think you're a man? You shitty, and bring him to other. That's how they were. And that's what they would do. It wasn't all about what we believe today. Now look at our elders. They're all in centers. Going through this healing process. Look at the jobs they give y'all. If you search in every type of jobs y'all do, it's insane. It's insane the type of jobs you guys are doing. I feel like my Wi-Fi is lagging. Guys, did I lagged? Because I feel like my Wi-Fi lagged for a while. Yeah, I lagged so hard. We blew up 500 on foolishness. Clockbox classes. If you gotta invest in yourself, invest. She would like to talk in private message. Good night, Surface. My Wi-Fi was lagging. Can you guys tell me if you guys are still in the chat, and if you guys can see me? Can you guys say a W in the chat? I want W's in the chat to see who is active and who can see me or not. Because I showed you guys a whole video and you guys weren't seeing at all. Okay, I'm going to show you a video, okay? And we're going to discuss about that. Because I was talking alone. I thought I was talking to y'all, but I was talking alone.
Today, even younger people, full of starch. You're strong. I'm 77. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm an elder. I should not be sick and feeble. Yeah. And absent-minded. My mind is sharp. My crystal ball. Listen to me. Yeah. My brain is juicy. So it's not dried out with a whole bunch of fonio. You've been potatoes. I'm climbing coconut trees for my water right now. You climb the tree? At 77. You climb the tree. I'm not starch stiff. Elders, let's get our elders. Look, youths, come on. Wow. We have effed up. You just amazed me the way you went down with your knees and just like, because there's people who are like, I'm in my early 50s. I have friends in their 30s, 40s who can't do what you just did. Like, they'll go down and be like, can't get back up. Starch stiff. And they're full of starch. I don't eat starch now over 30 years. So let me. No grains, no beans, and no deep roots. People my age, they can.
Do you guys see that? It's not only just about the anti-stash thing. It's about the fact that elders are needed. Don't you see that they're trying to break the cycle? They're trying to remove our elders. We need elders. Because back in the days, these were the men that was raising grandkids. They would raise queens, and queens would raise kings. And to be sure that the king was ready to be a king, he would get challenged by his own father. He would get challenged by his own father. And when he would have his princess around, if his princess come and complain to the mom or to the dad, he would get challenged by his dad. His dad is going to be challenging him and tell him that that's what you think you're a man? Look at how you be treating that woman. Treating her like if she's nothing. They'll come at their sons for that. Telling them that you can never rule a kingdom like that. And that is what they would look into, the future kings and the future people that would lead the society, lead the villages, lead all that. Because now, no more values, no more morals, no more nothing. Look at the old, like I worked at a hospital. It's awful. Working at the hospital, it's a punishment for me. When you see that you see people, you cannot help them because the system decided to. I know. Men like you need to follow your examples. That's what they should be doing. Exercising every day, but it's not any type of exercising, because people think that going to the gym, having those tough and big muscles are going to get them older and all that. No, it's not that type of gym that gets you that type of health on a long term. Swimming helps a lot. My dad told me that if you want to be healthy to the age of 100 years old, you should swim. You should swim. Like after running, you should swim. Swimming brings a lot to the body. And then the food. That is not AI, baby. It's not AI. It's not AI, Jeremy. Discipline asking me questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's funny. I don't really watch that much, but yeah. I just know Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali and all that. That's why they move the men out of the way, and how we end up with men, the men we see now. Exactly. Because they start from the woman. They always start from the woman and then get to the man. They always start with the woman and get to the man. Every time they tell you, oh, we're injecting you something to protect you from this. We're injecting you something to protect you from this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you see this type of things, the fact that they're putting AI all over there is for people not to know the truth from reality. And I would listen even to AI videos generated. I listen to AI videos generated with the healthy supplements that they want to pass around, and I'm keeping that because I know I'm going to be needing it at a certain age. I meant I answer your question. When did you answer it? We need deep roots and starch fufu. Do is all about. People can rebuild what has been lost pieces by pieces. In their lives, all is not lost. Exactly. You can rebuild if you want to, because what I remember in the video that he said that he stopped eating all starch food for only 30 years now. He's 77 years old. So he started realizing that at the age of 40 years old, right? So if from the age of 40 years old, he started realizing it and cutting all that and working on himself, this is him at 77 years old. So how many years does he have in front of him again to go? If you realize that, he has way more. You can go, wait, let me see. I wanted to check this out. I'm going to check this out. Damn! Do you know that there's the oldest woman in the world that is 399 years old? Yeah. Do you guys want to see her? This woman. This woman is the oldest woman in the world. Here, she's like 123 years old. There are people that can live very long. And why is it a woman that is the oldest woman in the world? And to show you how like the system is effing us up, do you know that women can give birth by the age of 50? They can give birth by the age of 60 in some countries. They can give birth at the age of 65. They can give birth at the age of 70. You can go up at to 120. There are people that there are exceptions, right? I pray you're blessed with long years and vitality, and that your channel explodes. People needs to hear what you know. Aww. I give all the glory to God. Amen to that, really. You should try now. What do you mean I should try now? There are women that can give birth at a very young age. At a very old age. Have you ever been to Chicago? No, not yet. You see my comments? Discipline. I asked you a question about, but you didn't read it. I'm sorry for asking the question though. I meant to answer your question. Yeah, I have to go all up. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like sometimes I just pass over certain questions just to try to stay updated. But you writing in the chat, I don't see you writing much. Discipline. I see your comments, but I don't see you writing much. Yeah, nobody can make it to those ages because yeah. Even though God said that we won't live past 120 years old, right? If you read throughout the time that he said that, you could see people living 500 years, 400 years, 300 years, 600 years, 800 years, and all that. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm saying like the after people could live 900 years old, we could see people like decreasing slowly. And now past 100 years old is like an exploit. Methuselah 900 years old, yeah. Even Adam. Adam lived about 900 years old too. What is his name? The other one he lived like about 980 something. Yeah, they lived for a long, long, long time. But me, I want the life of Enoch. I want the life of Enoch. I want to live with God and him take me back. I want the life of Enoch. God taking me back. He's like, bye guys. I'm getting my daughter back to me. Good morning, Nathan. How are you? It was a different one. I'll type again. Okay. Okay, no problem. Discipline. But actually, guys, I made it with y'all for a long time today, actually. I'm very happy. It was a hard ride, but it was worth it. A lot of years. A lot. Yeah, the Anunnakis lived for a long while. They also lived for a long, long while. Methuselah from the Canada. That's why. You think so, Steffi? He was from Canada. Oh, you guys are so funny. You didn't get the notification. Yeah, I think like YouTube is set up to the time that I always come on stream. So they try to notify y'all by the time that I usually come on stream. Because like for example, if I usually come on at midnight, it's not before midnight that they're going to notify y'all. Canaanites? Okay, Canaanites. Abraham, Moses, Elijah. Yeah, they all lived for a long while. Hi, Luna. Thank you so much, Godson bless. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Guys, we're almost there for our watching hours, by the way. We're almost there. Almost there. But I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised of how long I stayed. It's about 3 hours, right? Thank you so much. Do you ever go to Christian conferences? Not really. I'm going to create my own type of Christian conferences. I'm going to create my own type. Because, like, to me, like, I know and I want to follow the path with the Holy Spirit to see to where He wants to bring me. What is going on, Discipline? No, my comments, your comments doesn't all show. I could see once in there some comments, so I answer very fast. And it can seem like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. But this hair is actually beautiful though. When I think about it, I wasn't expecting it to be this magical. But yeah. You're a public speaker? Yeah. Like I'm not my purpose is not for how can I say it? I'm the you know those people that they can be placed in the world to bring people from the world to Christ and to get to listen to God in a way because I have the attention and the physique and all that. So that is my way actually. Like the Christians can already vibe with me out, and there are some Christians that are still learning, and there are things that I have to bring that they didn't know could exist or never heard about. I hope you don't have to work at in AM. In the morning, you mean? You hope I don't have to go and work in the morning? Yay, I shall wait for my invitation to your mega conferences. Yeah, I will do it. Yeah, yeah, I just evangelize and, bring people to Christ in a way. Now I see your comments, discipline. Yuki, thank you. How are you, Yuki? When you're leaving right, Queen, you can go further. Exactly. But it's hard to stay on your values, stay ground on your way of doing, stay ground on like your purpose and all that. It's not easy. It's really not easy actually. It takes a lot. Like literally it takes literally a lot to keep fighting, to keep pushing, to keep going out there and just not giving up. It's not easy. Because you get tempted all along, you get shamed, you get bullied, you get all that. And you should always remember that the Lord is your shepherd. And reading the story of Paul, and I'm like, yeah, well, Paul, he went through all that. He never renounced Christ, and he went to way more worse than I was in. So I'm grateful to God, right? Yeah, no, I don't work in the morning, so I'm good. Yeah, but actually, in a way or another, I have to still keep streaming on other platforms. I'm a content creator, so I have content to do. I'm having a hard time to post my content videos because my Wi-Fi connection is very bad. I don't know what is going on. There's all this issues, so I have barely and a hard time to post my videos and all that. So I could do like my hours, I could do my 2 hours. I'm editing and posting my videos, and then guess what? I want to post it and it's not going. It takes me 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours to post my videos. So I'm getting behind the trends and all that. My videos are not taking off properly because I didn't post it by the timing that I planned it to be posted. I don't know, but I don't give up. You shouldn't give up on your dreams. You shouldn't give up on your purpose. You're not leveling us, Queen. What do you mean, Jeremy? Build now, start small, speak in front of others. At every opportunity, commit and learn and develop study path. When you Christians, be prepared for the days your work is called upon. Exactly, that's what I'm doing. And I don't miss the time because we have our spiritual days, right? We have our spiritual days and we always mention God every time we can, right? I wish you could see what I meant. Aww. I'm so sorry. I must be hard. It must be hard making content, but you won't allow me. YouTube won't allow me. Why doesn't it allow you to make content? Is it still snow outside? Maybe the weather relates to on your end and your SB. Yeah, it's very snowy outside. It's very snowy. Like I have a hard time posting my videos. No, I'm not from Chicago. Maybe I have the looks from it, but I'm not. And by the way, I'm going to start because from the moment I set up my Patreon, I'm going to start my classes. I'm going to start my investment classes. I'm going to send you guys to my Discords, and we're going to have investment classes because I have a class going on. There's a lot going on that I'm planning and I'm working on, but you know, food challenges right now. What about the food challenges? Which type of food challenges? Because I'm not a fan of food like that, and I make sure of I'm very very cautious on what I put in my body. Thank you so much, Jeremy. What kind of fruits do you have at home? Right now I have none. I just have avocado. It's been a long time I didn't like reset my fridge and all that. Come on. God, that's fine. Everybody has to express their feelings. It's fine. You know, I respect everybody's feelings, right? Wait a minute. Today I didn't have no subs. Yeah, I did have subscriptions. Subscribers. I did have subscribers. I love this smile. Thank you. Guys, we're going to take it a little bit relaxed. A little bit relaxed. Do you want to listen to a hamburger challenge right now? Of course, the hamburger challenge, right? Guys, okay, let me do it. Let me do the hamburger challenge. Okay, so this is going to be my hamburger, guys. This is going to be my hamburger. So I'm going to pretend this is my hamburger. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm the CEO of TikTok, YouTube, and yeah, my name is Queen Sylvie, and today we're going to try this product. So this product is an amazing product, and by the way, I didn't have my lunch though. I didn't have my lunch. I'm going to eat this for lunch. I didn't eat all day because I'm starving. Like I need to eat this. Like I really need to eat this product. You see how this product is good. It's good for your health, this product, and you need to eat this product, right? We tested it on humans, and a lot of type of humans, a lot of species of humans, and we have the Canadian humans and the Portuguese humans that try this product, and this product is it's great. This product is great. So we're going to have a taste of this product, right? Oh, holy cow! This product is huge. Did you guys see this? Holy cow, this product is really huge. Well, we're going to try this product. I don't know how we're going to get into it, but we're just going to jump in this product and get this product together, and we're going to eat this product and actually flavor this product, right? So I don't even know how to start to eat this product, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, this is how we open this product, right? This product. Mmm. 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 This product is so good. You guys need this product in your lives, okay? This product is so good. This was a huge bite. Do you see it? A huge bite. Guys, I love this product so much. You guys, I have to let you go. I need to go and finish my product. Ew, this product was disgusting. Human meat? Who eats human meat? Ugh, this is disgusting. Did they cut the camera off? Like, it's over? Did they cut it? Did it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that is how. You look angry. That is how he ate his McDonald's. Why was he scared of eating his McDonald's? He tested the product and the product is not harmful, so why is he scared of eating his own product? Right? How much this product do we have? Do we have more than one? You can try to eat those things quickly in quick succession. We have a lot of the products. Never give up, queen. Yo, this was the funniest video ever. Like, guys, look at this. Who is he fooling? And yo, wait, Meg.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, the double cheeseburger. We've tested this product and humans love it. We're gonna do a taste test and this is actually going to be my real lunch. Here we go. Whoa, that is a big burger. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to pick that up. With your hands. With my hands? I've never seen a product this big before. I mean, it looks like it has some sort of bun product on top. Side, it looks like we have some sort of some sort of cheese product, a meat product, and it's even got pickle product in there. When I'm eating my product for lunch, I always need pickles. Before I get into that, let me grab some of these. These are my favorite product we have on the menu. The classic golden fry. Just, a few more before I dig into that big boy. Oh yeah. Okay, just one bite. Hold on. Sorry. Moment of truth. I'm gonna go in for it now. That is so good. That's a big bite for the big arches. Oh God, I think I'm gonna be sick. Chris K here.
Do you think it's convincing? Do you guys think it's convincing to eat that type of product? Like this other video had me off. This one.
Here it is, the Big Arch Burger. We've already lab tested this with other, genetically modified animals and rats and stuff like that. So we've already, the genetically modified animals love it. This is beef. Yeah, this isn't some type of human flesh. This isn't fingernails and toenail. Just to let you guys know, I am gonna eat this for lunch. I'm gonna eat this for lunch. I'm not gonna just throw it away. This is not. I'm actually gonna eat this for lunch. So here we go. Wow, that's a huge burger. Wow, that's a big guy. Like a little sesame seed type of bun type of thing. I'm gonna take a bite. Mmm. Look at that. Wow. Delicious. Oh, fuck. Here it is, the Big
And
Arch Burger.
for people that are thinking
Chris
we're
K
overdoing
here
this is the
you've heard about it. Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a Big Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it.
Did you see him chewing the burger? Did you even see him? The product. Did you see him chewing the product? Yo. Like McDonald's is so cooked. McDonald's is so cooked. After this publicity, the product, my stomach is turning just listening to his description. Exactly. Who wants to eat this? People are not scared and be like, why should I buy this? He knows the type of meat they put in there. He knows what is in that. And you could clearly see that he never ate a burger of his life. Yeah, ask me your question, Discipline. I'm listening. Good night, Steffi. He never ate a burger of his whole entire life. And then for the first time of his whole entire life, he's going to show us how to eat a burger. A burger that he doesn't even know how to eat a burger. And he doesn't even want to. This product. Like, since when you call a burger a product? What is he trying to say? And this is why I say to all the people in my chat, I know most of y'all are spiritual, right? Don't you see how the devil hides in the details? Like, he called the burger once, but most of the time he says product. He says, I'm going to eat this for lunch, trying to lie about it. His face looks disgusted by the food. Just his face. And we don't even see him chewing and enjoying the food. When something is good, you have that huge bite. And then the other huge bites. And then you go and dive in it. No. Who wants to buy this after that? Hi, Umberto. Don't pay Ronald McDonald a penny. I have a secret receipt that is better than McDonald's and super healthy. Yo, it's insane. It's insane, actually. It's an insane. Give me 2 seconds. I'm checking something out. Just change the old name and come back with a new one. Exactly. Exactly. When a name falls, it's like, for example, Coca-Cola. When people started like realizing that Coca-Cola was like way too toxic and it was bad for health, and there was these problems and these problems, what did they come up with? Pepsi. They just need a new name all the time. Now they come with a new name, Pepsi. And they're going to do it all over and all over and all over again and all over and all over and all over again. Hi Archie, how are you? Do you eat snakes? No, never tried one though. Do you see the burger they left for years and it never? Yeah, there's a video of 24 years old. That was the oldest video I ever saw, and I was like, what are y'all eating, guys? Because the struggle that your body will have to decompose this food that doesn't decompose? Do you know what this food is giving to you? And people don't care. They see videos like that, they're like, whatever, it tastes good, so why do I care? But anyways, me, I'm disappointed about the CEO. He didn't do the good publicity for McDonald's. McDonald's should fire him because he didn't do his job. He needs to promote it better. He needs to make me hungry when I see the burger. I need to want to eat it, right? I need to want to eat it, guys. Yeah, discipline. Answering your question. You already said it, right? That you had a question for me, right? Hello. Hello, kitty. How are you? There are many insane things, but just don't talk too much about it. Not yet. I'm building on it because there are many process things that I have to do to get my Discord team right. You know what? I'm going to work on it today. I'm going to work on it today. I am actually going to work on it. When I go off, I will work on my Discord team. I'll have like just a Discord team and then a mod team. I'm going to make a Discord too. It looks easy and I think it will grow channel well. Okay. Because I don't know, like I need to get more infos about Discord and all that. I'm great, Elton. How about you? And how did you push it, Coke? And how they push it, Coke? Even though it was bad, they gave it away free with the purchase of a pizza. Exactly. And now they're doing it with Pepsi and all that to be able to push it out. Then what's your name, Finance? Thank you, Edward. My name is Queen Sylvie. Can I take you to a UFC fight in the future? Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Thank you, Hello Kitty. What is an answer to that question according to you, Michael? Hello, Jasmine. Welcome, guys, to the chat. guys to the chat. Welcome, guys. Guys, so I have 15 more minutes on with y'all, and then I'll go and work on other things that I have to deal with. I'll have to deal with some other things. Hello, Sophia. How are you? I must go and do a good morning exercise and upload to my channel. Stay blessed. You're an inspiration to the world. See you next time. Oh, see you too. Thank you for coming by and thank you for always showing up and all that. Thank you so, so much. I'm adopting you as my little sister, best. You're so sweet, Bestax. Yeah, but I should keep working harder to get to my goals. Hello, Alexander. How are you? Alexander, I came on live actually very earlier, so I'm going to be getting off a little bit earlier. Where are you from? I'm from Canada. Hi, Mobik. I'm great, Sophia. Probably we can say seeking validation, ego, and pride. You think so? That is not enough to be a weakness. That is not enough to be a weakness to a man. Speak French? Oui, je parle français. Hi, Mopik. Mopik. Why do you block people? What are you talking about? I'm not from French, but I speak French. I understand I'm traveling anyway, so I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I have 15 minutes on yet, and yeah, see you tomorrow. You missed a lot of things, so you can go through my videos and try to watch it all through. You know, can be interesting. It might be. You heard that I blocked him? And yes, I did block him. Why did you come here to tell me you heard? Is it your backup account? When you're being disrespectful to my chat, when you're being noisy, when you're being distasteful, when you're not going according to the rules in my stream, you're out forever. So I hope you're going to be coming in peace and you're going to be respectful and all that. Nice to meet you, Mario from Angola. If you're respectful, you're going to say, so guys, did you think, does the McDonald's makes you want to keep eating it? I wanted to say the McDonald's CEO. So you guys do not misinterpret it. Does the McDonald's CEO made you and motivated you guys to keep eating it? And thank you guys for everybody that is subscribing. I see that today I got quite people subscribing things. Not a lot, but guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Nice to meet you, mine 1981 from Greece. Cracker, hi, how are you? I'm getting some sleepy eyes. Getting sleepy, I'm sorry. At least I joined earlier. Good night, Sylvie. Good night. I tried my best to get you a little bit, guys, entertained tonight. Something that I'm going to do with y'all is that I am going to go and get something downstairs, because do I have enough light? Yeah, I do have enough light. My phone ain't even charging. This is how long I've been streaming. Help with anything? Like what? Help with anything? Like what? I like you, but I'm losing myself. Losing yourself where? And why are you losing yourself? Ooh, it's cold outside. Jesus. It is really, really cold. I was wondering. I think I'm forgetting something. I'm going to think about it later. I think I'm forgetting something. What do you mean you're losing yourself? It is really, really cold outside. Damn. Oh, I'll have to come down here for that. Jeez. I came to look up if I had some letters that I have to bring up, because it's been a long time. Okay, what is that? No way, you're kidding me. No way. You guys are kidding me. I think I just missed something. Okay. Okay. I think I just missed something. Damn. No way. No freaking way. What? Okay, I'm coming back for this another day. Amazon. Okay. This is my first time seeing you leave. The place must be big. I don't move too much for people not to analyze too much my house and comment about it and all that. Because, you know, I want to keep it simple, right? But I went downstairs because, you know, to keep you guys entertained and to keep myself entertained, I decided to go downstairs with you guys. Hey, Gipsy. Gipsy, how are you? And I know, like, it changes a little bit and it makes people want to come in when they see that I'm changing from spots a little bit. All the time in the same place, you know, it gets boring at some point. No, it's fine. You can come in that. It's okay. You didn't offend me. I'm just trying to be simple, right? I don't want to have too many people look at me like, oh my god, wow, she got a lot of money. Da, 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 da. That's the thing. That is the thing, so don't worry about it. You didn't see nothing wrong. Okay, let me see. What is the issue? Okay. Okay. This is nothing. All good, guys. I'm a nice guy. Of course you are a nice guy. Who said something different? Oh, oh, oh. Whoopsie. I think I opened the wrong envelope. So, guys, I'll go off. Oh, that's for this? What is this? They want me to eat burgers. They want me to eat burgers. That's funny. I thought it was important. What are you up to tonight? Actually, the stream is actually over. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. The stream is actually over. No, I'm not getting a burger. Nah. Nah, you ain't saying right. Not me getting a burger. Why would I get that thing? I don't want to get me a burger. Damn. After the fabulous imagining and crazy presentation of the burger we got today, I think I'm good. He made me realize that I didn't need to eat a burger. I need to fake eat burgers, right? I don't know how McDonald's are going to deal with him about that, but that is so sad. He just he just exposed them in a kind of way, so that's funny. That's really funny. Anyways, thank you for sticking around till the end of my stream. It's very nice of you. I'm just trying to come on earlier to make the most out of, the stream and stuff, and to make the most of like everything I'm doing. What is this? We're the 3rd of March. Why am I getting... Okay, this is weird. So yeah, I'm trying to do the most of my streaming and all. Let me allow you to continue pretending to be productive. Goodbye, have a nice day. Okay, see you, Michael. But good night. I'm glad to have stayed around. Thank you. I'm actually like trying to push myself ahead. I'm done for tonight. Hello, Amos. People are addicted to their food, won't care though. There will be true next dinner bell. Exactly, that's the thing. And also the thing is that it's less expensive than going and getting groceries and like actually cooking actually a real meal. It takes less time than actually going and doing a real meal and all that. I get it. So why would they stress about that? They don't care. I live in Canada. Thank you so much, Stranger Things lover. So that's the thing. And they put addiction in every and all of her food, so you get addicted easily. So you, without realizing, you're already in your rant. Also, everyday clips take pictures. Oh, overseas, the clips takes pictures. Exactly. Anyway, I'll have to leave you guys. Have a great night. Take care. See y'all tomorrow. We're going to have fun together. So yeah. I'm going to try to come back a little bit more often like this and just surprise y'all. Ta-da! Surprise! Ta-da! So see you guys. Good night. Good night.